everyone, and welcome back to the ChineseAstro.com YouTube channel. Today I would like to share with you the analysis of the month of May according to Chinese astrology. So let's jump into it because on the 5th of May in 2026, we reach an important energetic transition. We step out of this Yang Water Dragon month and we arrive into the Yin Water Snake month. And this month carries a completely different quality. If I had to summarize it in one sentence, it would sound like this: I don't know how, but I trust it because I feel it. Well, yes, you can feel that there is a lot of uncertainty in this energy, especially when we do not know the how. Well, the April Dragon Dog constellation, which is an opposition or a so-called clash in Chinese astrology, already indicated that in many people's lives, everything could be shaken from its foundations. It disrupted familiar systems or structures. We could have experienced this even on a political level, but also in our personal lives, like in our relationships, home situations, work, or any life area where a major shift may have occurred. Well, these new situations, these new directions have already arrived in some people's lives, and with them comes a high level of uncertainty. When something new begins, this uncertainty naturally appears in our lives. And the Yin water is one of the most uncertain, most unpredictable qualities. However, this May is no longer taking you outward like the previous month did. Instead, it asks you to turn inward. This period is inviting you to finally listen to your inner voice, the one you may have suppressed for a long time or even questioned, telling yourself that it has no chance, that it is impossible, and things like that. Whatever arrives inside you as an inner voice now carries significance. One of the most important aspects of this month through the Yin Water Snake pillar is that it will not be enough to simply feel. You must also express it and commit yourself with your determination toward your goal. In the I Ching, this pillar is referred to as a determination. It is also called a breakthrough. It speaks about taking responsibility for a decision, one that you can carry through by listening to your inner intuition. And from this energy, even if it may sound strange at first, a major breakthrough can emerge now, especially in situations that you may have struggled with for a long time or considered completely blocked. This stagnation can break through in May. Observe what kind of intuitions arise in you during this Yin Water Snake month in May. Notice what you dream about, what images appear, what sudden flashes or solution-oriented ideas come to you. Focus on those thoughts that may seem to make no logical sense. And do not concern yourself with logic right now, because Yin Water is not about logic. It is about intuition. And because of this, you may easily dismiss these genius ideas, thinking they have no reality or they make no sense at all. But this is the ego at work. But if a sudden idea stays strongly within you, it will have great significance during May. So listen to it. Also observe what is rebelling with you. I do not mean external rebellion like a conflict at work or with others or your boss, but an internal contradiction, a tension within yourself. What is that inner resistance that creates opposition between your inner knowing and your emerging feelings? Because these two can often contradict each other. Observe which one is resisting which. This Yin Water Snake pillar is asking you to finally stand by yourself. If something deep inside you says, yes, I feel this is my direction, then the external world may not understand it at first. They may say, you are not being rational. That is madness. That is crazy. That you have a good job, a stable life, and you should not change it. They may ask you how you will survive. So there are many of such examples, but here the most honest answer must be, I don't know why I feel this, and I have no idea how it will happen, but I need to follow it. On the level of the elements, this month speaks about a very sensitive balance, because yin water appears here in what is called an indirect wealth structure. And that is bringing fast, solution oriented thinking. This is a very instinctive, efficiency driven behavior pattern. Yin water itself carries emotions, sudden recognitions, emotional surges, and very quick energy. Something that appears out of nowhere, like a flash, and the thought is already there. However, if you know yin water personalities, they can be too fast, too sudden, sometimes impulsive, and at the same time they are prone to overthinking, and a lot of times they are just have these foggy thinking and they don't see clearly things. Everyone I know with strong yin water tends to overanalyze things deeply, which can create inner tensions during this month. If we look at the snake in the earthly branch, well, it represents the complete opposite what I have just talked about. The snake is thoughtful, wise, highly focused on correct timing. Timing is everything for the snake. Strategic thinking is the snake. It restrains fast impulses and prefers to observe and understand before acting. Through its fire element, it has that kind of, I call it X-ray vision, illuminating situations like a lantern, seeking clarity and deeper understanding. So even if you feel the urge to act quickly, especially in situations where you feel blocked and want immediate resolution, it is necessary to pause in May regarding this chart. You are asked to wait, to reflect consciously, to withdraw into yourself, to listen inward. Meditation can also support this process, or contemplation, or taking a nap, or go to the woods and have a walk, or anything that is taking you inward. Not only the wisdom of the snake suggests this, but also the main structure, the main profile of the month. If you see, it is direct resource. So it is a resource structure which represents restraint, calmness. It asks you for patience, to slow down. There is no need to rush. As you can see, this is the exact opposite of the impulsive energy of the indirect wealth in the yin water sign. So this contrast can feel very sensitive in May. If you cannot balance these opposing forces, you may easily become ungrounded in May and act in ways you may later regret, even leading to uncomfortable or embarrassing situations. You may experience this energy, I think, in two different ways. Either you react too quickly, becoming emotionally overwhelmed and losing your clarity. This is when yin water in its impulsive form. Or you suppress your emotions, ignoring your inner voice, which means betraying yourself. Um, these are opposing dynamics, like water extinguishing fire or fire evaporating water. So both are extreme expressions. This is why the month can bring strong inner tension between what you feel and what you know. And your task is to bring these into balance. This may appear in your work, in your relationships, or in your family situations. The fire elements in the chart become stronger, as we can see, which may help provide clarity, although fire itself can also be impulsive. But because fire element now is as a resource structure, fire in May can slow down things and make it more strategically. There, they, there may already be a sense within you that something needs to change, but your external circumstances, especially like material aspects, may still be holding you back. And this creates an internal pressure. Recognitions may come faster than you can process them by your mind. You may feel overwhelmed by your vivid dreams, images, your insights, trying to understand what they mean. But logic and ego may interpret them totally differently from your inner feelings, and this can create restlessness and impatience. While the indirect wealth structure can increase impatience, which may worsen your situation if not balanced by wisdom and restraint. Conflicts may arise around money, work, or decisions. In water, it is like a fog, a mist, a vapor. This can create emotional volatility, mood swings, and impulsive actions. In water is like your feelings, your emotions. But again, the key is the balance. It is not speed, but balance. So stay centered, stay grounded, and stay within yourself. This inward focused period will last until October, because if we have a check on the charts, October will be another dragon dog period, bringing further shifts. So if you have not yet experienced major changes in your life, they may arrive later in October, when we will have this another dragon dog clash in October's charts. So this coming month, until October, invite you into this deep inner work to reflect in yourself, facing your emotions, your wants, and internal patterns. So if you are willing to do these and accept these deep transformations, you can dissolve your old patterns, even childhood or nervous system patterns. You may recognize manipulative situations more clearly in your life. And this is a powerful time for your transformation. So if you do therapy, self-awareness studies, and you release what is not building you anymore, that is very helpful in this coming month. The day pillar is Yin Earth Rabbit, as we can see. So it represents limitations and obstacles. It may feel like hitting a red light. It may seem unfair to you, but what appears as an obstacle now may later be your greatest protection, your greatest gift from life. And this energy does not say no. It just says not yet. Something still needs to develop within you. Temptations may appear, attractive situations without a true green light. It is the horse-rabbit interaction that can create destabilizing dynamics, especially in relationships. You may enter situations that eventually lead to emotional pain, and it may take years to realize this, because horse and rabbit has a destruction constellation, and we know about destruction constellation that it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of years until we realize what it wanted to teach us. So be aware of your boundaries. Do not cross them just because something feels intense or tempting. Finally, our pillar is the Yin Metal Goat. It brings the theme of communication and handling conflicts. In the I Ching, it is called conflict. Imagine burying a diamond in the ground. Can that diamond shine? Of course not. And this represents emotional suppression. If you do not express your true identity, your your authentic self. You just cannot live your own life. And over time, this may even manifest as physical illness. And the other expression is the ego, when the pride, the need to prove yourself is too high, the I will show them attitude. But this lacks empathy, care, and understanding, and it creates further conflict. Neither extremes works because balance is essential. The goal is to communicate conflict with dignity, clarity, and honesty. Because the one who wins is not the loudest, not the most dominant, not the one with the strongest arguments, but it is the one who is clear. Well, if I would want to summarize what to expect from this month brings both opportunities and pressure. Like sudden changes may occur, especially in your career and finances. Your relationships may feel restricted with obstacles, with red lights. You may feel a strong urge for immediate change, but behind all this lies something much deeper, your inner voice, your realization. And from this, a completely new direction can emerge, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. If you take one message with you, let it be this from this analysis: listen to your inner voice and dare to express what you feel, even if you cannot explain it, because now logic is not leading, your intuition is. Thank you so much for your attention. You can find all the details through the links below in the description box. Here you find all the ebooks, personal readings, yearly forecasts, and also the I Ching hexagrams, which is a must read, a must know tool for your self knowledge. And I wish you deep inner realizations and the ability to hold this delicate balance throughout the month of May. And this is going to be your breakthrough, believe me.